Alrighty, y'all. We're now going to do a problem from the one that says section 6, quadratic formula and discriminant. We're going to do one from this first batch, and then we'll do some from this on the back. These right here, from 14 to 21, follow this instruction. Find the discriminant, and then state the number and type of solutions. Okay. To find the discriminant, it must be equal to 0. So I've got to get that one equal to 0, 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 that one equal to 0. So I'm going to start by doing one of the harder ones. I'm going to do 20. And remember, you can use your chart. I need to get it equal to 0, so I'm going to move that over there, and I'm going to move that over there. So when I move the negative 9b squared, it becomes positive 9b squared. Positive 9b squared and negative 4b squared give me 5b squared. When I move the 4b over, it was positive. When it moves over, it becomes negative 4b. The negative 4 didn't move, so it stays still, and now I have it equal to 0. Okay. The discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. Don't let this b trick you. This is, I wish that the problems wouldn't use b's and a's because some people get confused. So I'm going to make it capital B. Okay. This 5 is a. The thing in front of the square is a. This right here is little b, negative 4. The constant is c. I plug it in. So negative 4 squared is 16 minus 4 times 5 times negative 4. Now watch your signs. Some of you are messing up your signs. This whole number here is a negative times a negative, which means this whole number is positive. 20 times 4 is 80, and it's positive. 16 plus 80 is 96. So that's the first part of the problem. Find the discriminant. The discriminant is 96. Then it says the number and type of solutions. So I got to figure out what kind of number 96 is. Well, it's not 0. It's not negative. Is it a perfect square or is it not a perfect square? Well, guys, your calculator will help you figure that out. The square root of 96 is this crazy decimal. So it's not a perfect square. So it is a positive non-square. Okay, so let's go across the chart. The number of roots, it says, is 2 real ones. You can either have 2 real ones, no real ones, or 1 double root. Okay. If you have no reals, you have 2 imaginaries. So that's the answer for that. Okay. 2 real roots. What type? They are irrational. Irrational are real numbers, but they're weirdy decimals. So you have 2 real irrational roots, meaning when you work out the quadratic formula, you would get 2 weirdy square root answers. Okay. So that is the discriminant. I did problem 20. You have to get it equal to 0. Then you find a in front of the squared thing, b in front of the non-squared thing, c is the constant, which has no letter, and then you plug it into b squared minus 4ac. Okay. Now we're going to do one quadratic formula one. I would like to do problem number 25. And then you guys will have a test for today. I am also uploading a rather sizable review packet. If you do not have a way to print that out, if you will let me know on Monday, okay, you've got to let me know Monday, I will go by HCA Tuesday morning early, and I will print those out, and I will put them in envelopes, and I will leave them taped to the teacher door, which is the door that comes in nearest Mr. Nelson's room, because they're going to be rather sizable review packets. If you need me to print one off for you so that you have paper to do it on, and you don't have a printer or the capacity to do that, let me know Monday, and I will go by HCA Tuesday morning, and I will print those off. Actually, if you let me know Monday, I will go by Monday afternoon and print those off and leave them there on the door, and I will text you and let you know when they're there so that you can get a parent to go by and pick them up for you. Okay, so let me know Monday. If I do not hear from you Monday, I'm not going to print them out, and I'm not going to waste paper. Okay, so 25 says solve each equation with the quadratic formula. So in order to solve it with a quadratic formula, it must be equal to 0. This one is not. Breaking lead today. I'm writing too hard today. (18 minus 10 is 8. It is now equal to 0. So I'm going to go ahead and do the discriminant, because then that work will already be done, and I can tell what kind of answers I'm going to have. A is 7, B is 6, C is 8. So b squared would be 6 squared, which is 36, minus 4 times 7 times 8. This whole number right here will be negative because there's one negative in there. 4 times 7 times 8 is 224, and it's negative. So 36 minus 224 is negative 188. Okay, I now know that I'm going to have two imaginary answers. Now let me explain how I know that. It says it's negative. I get my flow chart. Any negative number, no real roots, but I'm going to have two imaginary roots. Okay. So now I'm going to do my quadratic formula, and I'm not going to write x equals. I'm going to write a equals. I wish they wouldn't, my software wouldn't use a's. I wish it'd only use x's. A equals a negative boy was confused, so he went to a radical party, but because he was square, he missed out on 4 awesome chicks, all by 2 a.m. I'm still going to write an x there. We're just going to pretend this is an x, because you can't have two a's in the same equation that mean different things. All right. So negative b is 6, so it's going to be negative 6 plus or minus the square root of. I do not have to do this again because I've already done it. 2a. A is 7, so 2a is 14. Now I know it's not really an x, it's really an a. But I just don't want to use, I'm going to change these to x's. That just annoys me. Doesn't matter what they are, just that it's a variable. Right, I've got to simplify this. In order to simplify this, I have to break down negative 188. So that's negative 1 times 188. 2 goes into 188 94 times. 2 goes into 94 47 times. 47 happens to be prime, so I can go ahead and write it down. So what can I pull out? I can pull out a 2, and I can pull out an I. When I pull it out, it goes right there, behind the plus in front of the square root. So now I have this. Negative 6 plus or minus 2i on the square root of 47 over 14. But I cannot leave it that way, and if you leave it that way, I'm not giving you full credit. This reduces. How do I know if it reduces? if the same number goes into all three outside. Now, if there's not a number there, it's a 1 and it won't reduce, but this one has a number there. 6, 2, and 14 are all divisible by 2. So my answers are -3 plus or minus I on the square root of 47 over 7. So that's -3 plus I on the square root of 47 over 7. You could write 1I if you want. You don't have to. And -3 minus I on the square root of 47 over 7. And I will make it really clear how to type your answer into LMS. Okay, so your homework for today is to work these 27 problems on the quiz. I have just done for you problem 3, problem 12, problem 20, and problem 25. So work those work your quiz, and you get to it by double tapping on the icon on LMS. And then I'm also going to upload for you your review packet. The rest of this week, let me lay out what for you the rest of this week looks like. We are going to be reviewing the quadratic unit. You're going to have a test on Friday. This is a quiz today, but you're going to have a test on Friday. And we're also going to be reviewing the whole semester. Let me know today if you need me to print the packet out for you if you cannot print it out. All right. Hope you're having a great day, and I love you guys, and I will Zoom you tomorrow. Bye.